Here's a topic that I talk about all the time, but I feel like at times I breeze right over it as if you should know what to expect for this. And that is how to find a real estate investing friendly real estate agent. And there's a lot that goes into this, some questions you should ask, some places you should look to find some of those people. Today, I want to break that all down so that as you begin to start your journey, you know exactly how to find the right person that is going to hold your hand, walk you through the process, and help you find a rental property that will make you money for years to come. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, real estate investor and entrepreneur with over 10 years experience building and growing a real estate team. Before we get into today's video, take a moment, hit that like button, leave us a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm here to help you break out of the 9-to-5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. So the time has come, you are ready to get into real estate investing and you want to find a real estate agent because you know that you need one to make this happen for you. So now you're worried about, do I work with my friend's real estate agent? Do I work with my mom who is a real estate agent? Trust me, I hear it all the time. Now you've got to make a decision who to work with, and it is so important that you work with somebody that is real estate investor friendly, because this is not just a simple emotional sale. And that's typically how real estate agents work is, here's 5 options, which one speaks to you the most? Let's go see it. If there's emotional appeal when we go see it, we write an offer. Very rarely are real estate agents working in the critical thinking space or the logical space of things. And when it comes to real estate investing, that's where you have to live. You need to remove all of the emotion out of it. It's not how does this house make you feel, because you're not gonna be living there. And that doesn't mean buy a disgusting dump because you're not gonna be living there, but we remove the emotions out of it and we simply start to look at the math. Where are you gonna find the most appreciation? Where are you gonna find the most home value and cash flow numbers? And that's where we go after those properties. Then we go see them, and then maybe a little bit of emotional attachment comes into it as you walk through the property and go, I can see tenants living here and this making me money for years to come. But you've got to start with asking the right questions of a real estate agent. Today, I wanna break that down for you. Let's dive in. First off, let's start with where to find an investor-friendly real estate agent. And better yet, let's even start with where not to find them. This is not a referral from your friend who bought a house. This is not going to your friend who got their license 3 months ago and you want to help them out. This is a business decision here, and you have to think about real estate investing that way. If you buy a property as a bad decision, it could cost you financially for many years to come. And you don't want to have that fall on your friend who got his real estate license 3 months ago and you really want to help him out with his first deal, because trust me, he doesn't know what he's doing. Next, to find a great investor-friendly real estate agent, you should join local investor groups. There are local investor meetups that you can find. You can go to those events and ask people who they use, who they recommend, how many deals have they done with that real estate agent, and start to get a feel for the names that come up the most. I promise you there's going to be 2 or 3 names that you're gonna hear repeated throughout the process, and you can then go contact those people. You can also look at forums like Bigger Pockets. They have investor-friendly real estate agents you can inquire about right there. You can look at their profiles, see how many investor properties they have on their own, what their portfolio looks like, what their experience is, where they're located, where their specialties are, and you can find and select a real estate agent from there. So make sure you do some research ahead of time. Don't just Google best real estate agent in your city. They may have a ton of transactions under their belt, but the reality is they may not be investor friendly. So start within that investor circle, forums, investor groups. They're really gonna help you find some real estate agents that are going to be friendly and help you find the best possible deal. Now let's talk questions you should ask a real estate agent when you are interviewing them, because a good real estate investor who runs this like a business and knows this is a business decision is not simply going to call a real estate agent and say, can you help me? 100 times out of 100, the answer is yes there. That is not an interview question. They will always take you whether they're too busy or not. You need to ask questions. You need to interview them to find out if they are the right fit for you, and let them know, I've got some questions I want to ask before we move forward and work together. Do you have a moment? And then go into the interview questions and find out exactly what they are made of when it comes to the real estate investing space. And don't be scared to tell them that they wouldn't be a great fit due to their answers. That is okay This is a business. Think about if you were running a business and you were interviewing somebody to be your personal assistant and they came in. You're not just gonna say you're the first person you're hired because you answered all of my questions. You're going to interview multiple. You're gonna have to tell 2 or 3 of them they didn't get the job and select one of those people. And it's the same here. So let me give you some interview questions you can ask. Question number 1, are you an investor yourself? This is so important. Most real estate agents spend their money on stupid things, cars, boats, whatever, extravagant personal homes, but you need to be asking them, are they investing themselves? And this is super important. If they are not investing themselves, you just need to eliminate them right away because they don't believe in real estate investing enough to even do it themselves. So how could they possibly guide you through that process if they haven't been through it, they don't have the personal experience, and they don't even believe in it enough or have the discipline to make it happen? So eliminate them quickly if they say no, they don't have real estate investments. And if they do, then you move on to the next question. The next question is, how do you find your real estate investment deals? How are you going to find deals for me? The simple answer here should not just be, I'm gonna set you up on a home search and send you some properties. That is the wrong answer. That is what every other real estate agent is gonna do for you. You want to make sure they are actively pursuing ways to find you deals. Yes, they will send you stuff that is on the market officially, but you should be asking them, how many appointments are you going on for listings yourself where you can tell me about homes before they hit the market? That's important. You want to make sure that they have a deal flow of investor opportunities coming in because they are a part of the investor community and deals come across their desk all the time. What does their off-market deal flow look like? You should ask them those questions. If they stumble on any of those, it's telling you they've got no other way except for running it through the MLS and saying, here's every 3-bedroom, 2-bath for you, and that's not gonna be the best way and use of your time. Another great question to ask is, how often should I expect to hear from you about potential deals? This is important to set expectations up front because you don't simply want to tell somebody that you're gonna work with them as a real estate agent, especially on the buy side, and you hear from them once every 2 months. They should be keeping you updated with what is coming on the market, what deals are happening, what is not happening every week. For our clients, we send them a report every single week of what is cash flowing with their specific criteria. And guess what? There are times that no homes came on the market that fit what they're looking for in their criteria. And that's okay. I still pick up the phone and say, hey, just wanted to let you know we ran through the numbers and nothing fits this week. I will check in with you next week and hopefully we find some deals then. That's okay, but you want to be asking them, how often should I expect to hear from you, so that they know you are expecting to hear from them and they don't just disappear for 2 months until they find out about some deal that's coming to the market that might actually work for you. Make sure you're holding them accountable so that they go to work for you and find you deals on a weekly or maybe bi-weekly basis. And the last great interview question I would leave you with when it comes to finding an investor-friendly real estate agent is, if you were in my shoes with the scenario I just gave you, where would you invest it and how? Let them answer that. Let them identify the markets that they would be putting it into, how they would do that. Would they buy 1 home, 2 homes? Would they go short-term, long-term, medium-term? You're just asking them here, not necessarily that there's a right answer as to where to go, but you want to make sure that they have a plan and somewhere that they would have in mind, because that helps guide you going forward. So make sure they've got a plan to say, hey, you know what, if I had $100,000 just like you looking in this specific market, I would buy in this town, probably a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, because those rent for X amount of dollars per month, and that's going to maximize your cash flow, and they tend to come with fewer vacancies. You want to hear some answer along those lines rather than, I would probably just buy something here in this neighborhood because it's a good neighborhood. That doesn't mean anything. So be looking for some logical answers as to how their mind works as an investor and why they would identify a specific area if they were in your shoes. And the last step for you in finding an investor-friendly real estate agent is putting them to the test. Once you've found somebody that you want to move forward with, then put them to the test. Ask them to send you a breakdown on what they currently have that would work for you in your given scenario. And they should be able to find something pretty quickly for you if they are an investor-friendly real estate agent working with other investors. If it takes them multiple days to get back to you on this, you're not a priority and they're probably not super comfortable in this space regardless of the answers they gave you during the interview process. So if they can't get you something within 1 to 2 days, it's also telling you they move a little bit slower. And so put them to the test, ask them for something, give them a deadline. Not that you have to be harsh with them, but hey, could you please send me some options in your area in this price point looking for this amount of cash flow by Friday? And if they tell you yes, they better keep their word there and actually make that happen. So give them a test. If they pass that, that's great. And then start working with them. But My side tip for you here is, if it's not working out in the long run, if they are not presenting you opportunities, you should pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, is my buy box too tight, or are we just not finding deals on your side of things? And have an honest conversation with them. It is okay to move on. If your buy box isn't too tight and they're just not sending you deals, it's okay to move on, to let them know, hey, I'm going to explore other options and work with other real estate agents. You're not locked in with somebody just because they sent you 5 or 10 opportunities. I'm not telling you that you need to go out there and start shopping a ton of real estate agents, have them all doing the work for you, because trust me, we all talk and we all see each other at the showings and we will find that out. But work with somebody, and if they just aren't working out, have an honest conversation, set an expectation, and if you have to, don't be afraid to move on. This is business for you. It's a business decision. Don't just feel like you owe somebody because they've done a little bit of work for you, but give them an opportunity to fix it, and if you have to, don't be scared to move on. Finding an investor-friendly real estate agent can actually prove to be a little bit difficult, but if you start your search in some of the areas that I told you, get some great referrals from other investors, look online at forums like BiggerPockets, you're gonna narrow your results down pretty quickly. Go through the interview process, ask those questions. I can almost assure you they're gonna pass the flying colors if they come from one of those 2 sources. And then you put that agent to the test to see if they can actually make that happen and deliver on what they're promising. Once you get through that, you know you've got a great agent there, and then I would just tell you, put your trust in that agent, let them find those deals. Don't bring offers to them that seem too good to be true. I see that all the time with people when it comes to, hey, I saw this pre-foreclosure on Zillow that's half the price of other homes in the exact same condition. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is, and it wouldn't even be offered to the general public if it was half off at that price, because trust me, that would have been bought by a real estate agent or another investor right before it hit the market. So don't worry about those. Trust them completely. If they've passed those tests, let them do their work, evaluate the numbers, and then find a deal that works for you. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, take a moment, hit that like button, leave us a comment below, maybe about some tips that you might have for others about finding an investor-friendly real estate agent. And as always, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm here to help you break out of the 9 to 5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. We'll see you next time.